Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is reportedly shocked by the intense backlash against the murder of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi. The royal court was relaxed when news of Khashoggi's disappearance first broke, a source close to Saudi Arabia's royal family told the Wall Street Journal. Then it snowballed. When things started heated up in the States, everybody started getting worried, the source added. And no one was reportedly more surprised than the Crown Prince, who couldn't see why the story was such a big deal. He was really shocked that there was such a big reaction to it, added another source close to the royal court. He feels betrayed by the West. He said he will never forget how people turned against him before evidence was produced. The furor surrounding Khashoggi's death has only continued to rise since he walked into the Saudi consulate in Istanbul on October 2nd and never walked out. After weeks of denying they knew anything about Khashoggi's disappearance, the Saudi government has since claimed he was killed in a fistfight after getting into an argument with individuals who met him at the consulate. On Sunday, a Saudi official claimed that Khashoggi was killed after he was placed in a chokehold position to prevent him from leaving the consulate and calling for help. The Saudi official told ABC News that Khashoggi's body was then given to a local cooperator for disposal in Istanbul, and that the investigation continues. 18 men have since been detained by the government in connection with Khashoggi's murder. Prince Mohammed was reportedly so astounded by the international response to Khashoggi that he has even reached out to Jared Kushner. He reportedly called Kushner on October 10, 8 days after Khashoggi disappeared, and asked him why the outrage, according to sources who were briefed on the phone conversation. Kushner and National Security Advisor John Bolton then told the prince that he needed to get to the bottom of Mr. Khashoggi's disappearance fast. Trump has since tried to downplay Kushner and the prince's friendship, telling reporters on Saturday that they are just two young guys who are the same age. He also claimed that Kushner, 37, barely knows the 33-year-old prince, even though the two men have had several one-on-one meetings and are reported to communicate with each other via WhatsApp, a private messaging system. Prince Mohammed and Kushner held their first White House meeting in March 2017. They have had additional face-to-face meetings at least 4 more times and are said to have bonded, given their close ages and powerful positions within their families. They're two young guys. Jared doesn't know him well or anything. They are just two young people. They are the same age. They like each other, I believe, the president told the Washington Post. But behind closed doors, sources said Trump is frustrated that his son-in-law's close relationship with Prince Mohammed has become a liability in the international crisis. Meanwhile, Kushner has been urging the president to stand by the prince and argues that he can survive the scandal just as he has with others in the past, according to the New York Times. And Trump seems to be listening to his son-in-law, even as he criticized Saudi Arabia's explanation for Khashoggi's death on Saturday. The president had no harsh words for Prince Mohammed. Obviously there's been deception, and there's been lies. Their stories are all over the place, Trump told the Washington Post on Saturday. But in the same interview, Trump defended Prince Mohammed's leadership and praised him for having very good control. He went on to say he had seen no evidence that the Crown Prince ordered or even knew about the killing of Khashoggi. Nobody has told me he's responsible. Nobody has told me he's not responsible. We haven't reached that point. "I haven't heard either way," Trump said. "There is a possibility he found out about it afterward. It could be something in the building went badly awry. It could be when he found about it. He could have known they were bringing him back to Saudi Arabia." It comes as top U.S. lawmakers turn their ire on the Crown Prince, saying they believed he ordered the killing of the Saudi journalist earlier this month. "Do I think he did it? Yes, I think he did it," Republican Senator Bob Corker, the influential chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, said in an interview with CNN. Corker, who received a classified briefing on the case on Friday, said he was waiting for investigations to be completed and hoped that Turkey would share any audio tapes of the killing of Khashoggi in the Saudi consulate in Istanbul 2 weeks ago. Two members of the royal family claim that Prince Khalid Al Faisal, an envoy of King Salman, has access to evidence that disproves Saudi Arabia's currently story of how Khashoggi was killed. They claim Prince Khalid Al Faisal has an audio recording that proves Khashoggi was drugged, killed, and dismembered within minutes of walking into the consulate. The audio does not have this nonsense about a fight that broke after an argument, one royal member told the Wall Street Journal. "This is not what Khalid told the king and his friends. This is absolutely rubbish." Corker made it clear that he believed the murder was directed by Prince Mohammed. "Let's let this play out, but my guess is that at the end of the day the United States and the rest of the world will believe fully that he did it," Corker told CNN. Prince Mohammed has denied involvement with the disappearance of Khashoggi, a fierce critic of his policies. His foreign minister, Adel Al-Jubeir, went on U.S. television to insist that the killing was a mistake and sought to shield the powerful prince from the widening crisis. "He was killed in the consulate. We don't know in terms of details how. We don't know where the body is," the foreign minister told Fox News on Sunday. "This was an operation that was a rogue operation. This was an operation where individuals ended up exceeding their authorities and responsibilities they had. They made a mistake when they killed Jamal Khashoggi in the consulate, and they tried to cover up for it. We are determined to uncover every stone. We are determined to punish those who are responsible for this murder." On Saturday, Trump joined European leaders in pushing Saudi Arabia for more answers after Riyadh changed its story and acknowledged that the journalist died at the consulate. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, who was traveling in the region, said on Sunday the Saudi explanation was a good first step but not enough. "Share this article." He said it was premature to discuss sanctions, in line with Trump administration efforts to censure a killing that has drawn international outrage, while also protecting relations with the Saudis. Despite the international controversy, Prince Mohammed isn't in danger of losing power anytime soon. King Salman granted his heir new powers over Saudi Arabia's intelligence bodies on Saturday, and sources say Prince Mohammed's power remains largely unchecked.